Is there anything I can do for you two?
We've come to see Zhongli.
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong? Last time we saw Zhongli, do you think he doesn't know about the attack on liyue? We had better go and make sure. Take a look around.
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you! You're also...
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of... Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit...
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but the real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which...
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Chiao? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for...
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over.
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is not even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You've finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself,
Oh, Zhongli.
but as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, so I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti. Indeed I was. The Gnosis which I had kept for so many... That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more... Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed... Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of liyue in this mortal form. All of these things turned out as I had planned. I had expected them to do no more than they seized the opportunity to supplant liyue as divine protectors.
Huh?
On the contrary...
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceit?
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no... If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god...
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of liyue.
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such...
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not...
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair...
Realistically speaking, there is...
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. My agreement with the Cryo-Archon will... As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used, uncover that answer for yourself.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now. One Wind Bookhouse. guess this is where we go to buy books in liyue. Should we ask here if they have a...
Feel free to look around.
We're looking for the liyue...
Sorry, dear. We stopped.
But
The thing is, it barely sold any copies, and the few travelers...
Well, that's a shame.
The fact remains that I don't have it in stock. If you
Who's Cheng the Knight?
A book collector who lives in Qingse Village. He was a regular customer here back when he lived in Liyue Harbor.
Did somebody say out of print book? Is there a chance that Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd? Apologies, my liege. Where are my manners? My name is Sing Cho, a humble literature enthusiast who since you and I are both in search of lost books, what say we travel together to Mount Qing? My pleasure, fellow book love.
So, are you buying or not?
Well, since we're going through with this right...
So Rex Lapis is really...
Oh, come on. There's only one real possibility.
Fatui? They certainly...
Shh! Lower you...
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heap...
Say, do you think the person who assassinated...
Now that you mention it, that's very... I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil gods. Still, what sort of supernatural...
forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look.
Hear ye all! Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, gods and adepti live glorious lives. But both light rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that having been thwarted in his trial. Rex Lapis, nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs... So that's how... Something feels off. What? Could the Qixing already have known? Did Zhongli tell them in secret? Exactly, right? Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing.
As said previously,
3,700...
we, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walk.
Now that we have awoken from... Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we...
So concludes the words of her Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have any...
Huh?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient...
So young. The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. Name your price. You deserve.
Whoa.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?